Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very special guest, my best friend, my husband, and the father of my beautiful girls, Timothy.
Hey everyone.
So today we're going to be talking about what he thinks truly about all things homeschool, from the initial start of it to where we are now, and his pros, cons, questions, all the things. And if you'd like to hear more about it, let's get started. All right, Mr. Timothy. I'm so excited that he's here and with me today. I have some questions jotted down so you guys will see me look down because I wanted to just keep it simple and light, but I haven't asked him these pre-recorded, and so this is going to be very off the cuff.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay, so the first one is, what was your first initial thought when we decided that day in the car that we were going to homeschool?
My first initial thought, how were we going to do it? We just moved to Texas. Mm-hmm. We just got here. We had less than a month to get Zoe into school.
Yep.
And we were looking around. We wanted the best school. We wanted to make sure that she was in the best school. She was getting the best education. She was learning. I mean, we've always felt that she was advanced for her age and what she was doing. And so we wanted to make sure that wherever she was going to be placed, or whatever school she was going to be at, she was going to be getting the best education.
Right. Yes, his initial concern was, how are we going to pay for this? Are you going to make it through without torturing yourself, or the kid's going to lose it and you're going to lose it? And yeah, so now that time has gone on, truly, what benefits have you seen through this experience? Like in the last year, this has been our first homeschooling year. If you guys are new to the channel, hi, welcome. But truly, like what was the, what is the pros, I guess, and cons maybe, I mean, if you want to share, but truly just like, what are the benefits that you've seen come out of this experience with homeschooling?
Good question. I've noticed a change because one, we spend mornings together as a family. Mm-hmm. We are able to be at the dinner table as a family. She is participating one-on-one, which is a lot easier, and she's able to ask those questions that Zoe is able to ask those questions that when she's having a difficult moment, she's having a difficult time, she's able to ask the question like, hey, how do I solve this problem? What does this mean, without having to wait for the teacher to come to her, or the teacher going, you know what, we're not going to talk about that right now. Well, let's just go through this. And my wife, she's able to sit there and go, you know what, let's sit here, let's talk about it. What do you think it means? What do you think it defines? Or how do you remember when we did this equation, or how we started this math problem? Her advancement of wanting to learn. She loves to read. She had blew up. I want to say she learned reading in 6 months. And then she started reading chapter books after chapter books after chapter books.
Especially through this last year, she's been going into chapter books. But that comes from the both of us, but primarily him. When I met him, he was always in between the pages of a book, and still to this day just loves reading. And so our environment is always around them seeing us reading, opening our books, and or even at the bookstore. I think that's our pastime. When before all these things happening in the world, it was like, what are we gonna do today? We're gonna go to the store. We're gonna go to Barnes and Noble, and we're gonna hang out. We're gonna do story time. We're gonna stay there for a couple hours, or go to the library. So her loving books totally is passed down.
And I think also the fact that you're able to take your time on each subject,
right?
And it's not rushed. I feel that when I've gotten home, or when I've asked the questions, she's able to explain better of how things are taught to her. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, what did you learn today? Well, I learned about this person in history and what they did and how they accomplished what they did. Mm-hmm. And get the detail. Tasha's doing is that she loves to teach her new words. And her vocabulary is amazing. And as a 6-year-old going on 7, she'll say words and I'm like, wow, you know what that means.
And use it in the right context.
And use it in the right context. And I'm like, this is what she's doing. This is what she's learning. And so it made me feel better. It made me feel comfortable to know that she is learning and she's able to keep it inside and be able to explain it to me if I ask her what she learned about that day.
She's retaining it
well, yeah.
Okay, so those are the benefits. My next question to you is faith-based learning. What does it mean to you? Why do you think it's important to have it in our home? And what have you seen progress, or what is the highlight of that by us having it?
I love it. I wasn't sure what it was at first because I mean you go to church, we pray, we're Christians, we read the Bible, we talk about Jesus in this home. And so when it was like, well, we're gonna put a faith-based learning in her curriculum, I'm like, well, how's that gonna happen? Brought in the Bible, it brought in God as well into her learning, which was amazing because you're learning not just the basics of school, but you're also learning the history of the Bible as well, and what it meant from Genesis all the way to Revelations. And it's amazing to hear her cite the scriptures. It's amazing to hear her know each book, James, John, all the books of the Bible. And so better than I can, I'm going to tell you that. So she is amazing at it, but it's amazing to know that there's a structure of teaching her
who she is, really.
Yeah, who she is as a woman of God, and having her mother, who is amazing, a woman of God, and having her teach her that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. So one of the bigger questions I had for you was, do you feel that you play a major role in this homeschooling journey?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't wait to hear this.
I know that my way of trying to like get in there and go, okay, I'm gonna try to teach you math today. And Tasha's like, you sure? And Zoe's like, you sure? But I try. I feel that my presence and me being there for my girls, knowing that I want them to know that I'm proud of them, I hope is an impact on them, because I want them growing to be confident in who they are as women and women of God. Feel that I do have a major role. My presence with them, to be around them, to give them the confidence, to give them the words of strength, and be able to pray with them, to make sure that everything they're doing is amazing. I don't want to ever put them down and go, you know what, you're doing this wrong. But I want them to uplift them, and that's what we do. I've learned that she wants to be a million different things. She wants to be a doctor, a veteran, a scientist. She wants to be a cat. She is a superhero cat, which is amazing. But you're there to support and to lead them on their way to find out what their dreams are. And I feel that I do play a huge major role in that. That as I participate in her learning, I know that my wife's like, you're going to do science with her this week. Okay, what are we gonna do? We learned about fungus, which was awesome, and we bought we bought books about it. We got mushrooms. We cut them up. We looked at them, and it's just fun and being able to participate, which you can't when they're in school. You can't participate with these type of stuff and make these type of memories.
We just visual. We get to come to the school.
And she'll come home, like if she was going to school, she'd come home like, look at what I did.
Yeah.
Oh, how was it? Oh, it was good. But the days passed, so their excitement of it passed, and so they're not going to talk much about it.
Right.
But being able to participate and be in the moment of it, oh, it's amazing. Yeah. I love it. It's like, wow, we did this. okay, this is what this mushroom is. Okay, this is what it looks like. I know, right? Let's draw it. Let's break it apart. Let's touch it. And you're there with her. You're with them, and being able
to have those memories.
To have those memories, as well as you, which you are the foundation of all this.
It's a partnership. I can't do it without you.
Oh no, she's teaching me a lot.
But I truly can't. Like, I can't do it without my husband and the support that I get to have to be able to do this, and us shifting whatever the narrative is that we're taught currently in the climate that it's been since we've been teenagers on, of just like, we grew up being the latchkey kids and not having present parents. And so to be able to be present with our kids in their learning, how they are growing, and not just seeing it. It's almost the same, I guess, feeling as when you see a baby and you get to see the steps when they take their first step, when they first crawl, or when they first time they speak, and getting to hear their voice and discern, oh, that's their voice. It's the same thing I feel when it comes to homeschooling journey. Us being able to have a face-to-face, a front view of their life as they grow is so fundamental and so life-changing for us, that no extra job, no extra income, whether it would make things light and easy, honestly, what we were gifted as to do here on earth, to raise our children, is far more the importance to do. And so I wanted to ask him that question, because it's truly to hear it from his perspective, and just to hear and see him light up to get to do the things that he does with our girls. And they love their daddy, and so they are daddy's girls and mommy's girls, and that's because they get to see us and have us both. And him being able to build out some questions to ask Zoe when he came home from work would definitely give her all of this confidence of knowing, like, my whole family's a part of this. My dad knows what I'm learning each day and wants to know what I'm learning. And so, yeah, I just thank you. I thank you for your support. And even though he's always been my biggest cheerleader and always going to speak so highly of me, I want you to know that, like, we really truly could not run this oil, this mission, this home, this journey without you.
Which is a major part. Yeah. We can't do this without each other.
Yeah, that is our video today. It won't be our last. He will be back. If you have any questions about this whole thing, if you have questions for Tim, please leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that red subscribe button, and we will see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.